different, as comes with entrepreneurship, I suppose. I'm busy doing a larger project, so I'm tied up all week doing an electrical job where I'm retrofitting a couple of commercial shops from like old school kind of metal halide type lighting to new LED lighting. So yeah, it might not be the most exciting week as far as video content, but for the time being, it's what pays the bills, so it's what I have to do. So yeah, but it's all part of it, and you know, I'm grateful for it, and I'm glad that, you know, it was a trade that I pursued right out of high school, was the electrical trade. And so everyone said when I was in high school or just coming out of high school, get a trade, you'll always have it to fall back on, and you know, whatever. And I think I kind of ignored that fact at the time, just thinking, whatever, it's the easy way out anyways. I only have to go to school for 2 months of the year, and I hated school as a kid, so the least amount of school I could do to make the most amount of money was exactly what I wanted to do. But now that I look at it now, after years of, like, you know, I worked in corporate positions and worked in industry in the oil sands and different places, now I just do my own thing. And it really was something that I could fall back on, because I run my own business and I make my own hours, and you know, I work on the homestead when I want to work on the homestead, and I kind of do what I want in that regard. And so it really is quite wonderful. It's quite a blessing, and none of the stress of, you know, the corporate life, because it can be very, very trying and very stressful for some people. It was for me anyways. So no more ladder climbing, except for when I actually need to get up and change a light fixture or something. There's no ladders in this corporation. It's all one rung and it's level all the way across, so it's all good. So this is the first shop, and I've already replaced a couple of the lights with LEDs and removed all the old lights, but yeah, looking pretty darn good. In comparison to the old lights, it's like there must be 4 to 5 times the amount of light. It's literally just like night and day. So time to get up there and put a couple more in here and then move over to the other side. Yeah, so there's this little shop done. This shop is like it's more of a cold storage space than anything, so it doesn't require a ton of lighting. But the old metal halides that were in here were just brutal. They took like probably 5-10 minutes to warm up in the winter, and then they weren't bright. Like they were, you could still hardly see in here. So this is a vast improvement, and it's such a simple process because these ones are just plug and play. There's literally they wired receptacles into the roof for the high bays, and so yeah, these lights just have cord ends on them, and just pop them on and they're ready to go, and they sure do a job of brightening up the place. So I'm not sure what I'm hearing. I think there's pigeons cruising around on the roof up top. So let's see if we can see them on our travels here. Get a couple more lights set up with cord ends on them. We can move over to the other part of the shop. And it's actually the darkest spot over there. It's where the tractor's stored, so just throw a cord end on and we're off to the races. And we just plug in and hang from fixture chains on the rafters. If only all lighting was so simple. What a life that would be. Oh, that sun feels so good. Like nearing the end of October, and it was like 8 degrees overnight. It's so funny, like we have these little moments of where it feels like it's going to be winter, and then we have nights like these where it's like it feels like summer's never going to end. That's 8 degrees Celsius for you imperialists. Okay, now for the fun part. I have to move this little tractor out of this bay. There's one of the old metal halides. So I got to figure out how to run this little machine, which I'm sure isn't all that complicated, and secretly I love playing with these toys anyways. Let's see if we can figure it out. Okay. Here is one of the old beasts that are coming out. So, and I'm going to replace it with 2 LEDs, so that'll be kind of nice. It's going to be really, really nice and bright in this little space now. Okay, now the true test. Close the door here. So it's fairly dark. And we'll see how these lights look. Oh, really dark. I don't see a darn thing. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Holy Toledo. Not bad. It's about 10 times brighter than it was in here to use about a quarter of the electricity. Yeah, that's like the one gratifying thing of being an electrician is when you turn the lights on. There's a lot of times where we're like, whatever, when you're in construction, you're in the way, or you're slowing someone down, or they're always waiting on the electrician. But when the lights or the power for the furnace or something comes on, then you're a freaking superhero. Of course, no trip can be complete without going straight up in the air on one of these machines and seeing what it looks like out there. And there's the river valley out there. Someone left a bunch of marshmallows in the field. That's kind of weird. Some pretty neat old equipment in this shop. Someone must have been a bit of a craftsman. On that part for now, and I'm going to take myself to the river for a little picnic because this is in my old stomping ground. So I've spent many hours down in this area over the years. This was kind of relatively close to the farm that I grew up on, about an hour away from where we live now. But yeah, everything from me and my kids coming down here swimming in the river in the summer. It's like a nice little channel. You can just kind of hop in the river and float for like a kilometer or so in the rapids and then pop back out again. And it's a nice cool down spot. And, awesome for photography. I've seen many pretty amazing things down here. Coyotes and deer and moose and all sorts of different birds, waterfowl and eagles and kind of you name it. And also for foraging. You can see these old growth birch up here. So this is where we used to birch tap. Come in here and collect birch sap in the spring, and also found lots of mushrooms and things in these areas too. So pretty great little area, and it's not a long hike or anything, so it's pretty close to the road. And just a nice spot for today to sit and have some lunch. Pick him out of there. He's not that far in.
Okay. Hold them so you can see the real colors of them. Hi, buddy. Them little claws. So they've got like a dark, kind of a reddish shell, and then their claws are typically like kind of green. Hi, buddy. You're okay, man. I see your neighbors have been eating. Hopefully that wasn't your family. I'm sure the birds just love these guys. But, all right, pal. Well, we're gonna let you go, okay? I'll let you head back to your little world in there. Enjoy life, okay? And when they swim, they scoot. It's really neat. They can really move when they get going. Benny? Well, we're in the West Country again on a little whim. Kind of a last minute. Just decided last night that we're gonna head south and look for some wildlife, some wild horses, and take a tour through some of our favorite areas. Dudes. No trip is complete without a little jaunt into our favorite waterfall. pretty epic. Walk this gorge for like a couple kilometers and then you come to the falls. It's just so beautiful in here. Just like another world. And there's a huge windstorm up on the hill right now and you wouldn't even know it. It's just like totally calm and so peaceful down here. It's the best. What?